And the theme that keeps popping up is what gets practiced in the dark, or what I do in the dark, is magnified in the light. Man, it's been four weeks now since Kobe passed, and seeing the outcry, seeing how this one person's life affected so many others, so many people saying, I wasn't even a basketball fan, but this guy just resonated with me. It's incredible the amount of ripples one person can have. And the theme that keeps popping up is what gets practiced in the dark, or what I do in the dark, is magnified in the light. And it's a double-edged sword. So many times, and especially in addiction, when we're looking over our shoulder, actually taking action in something, but we keep looking over, we know internally, hey, that this isn't right. And what I do in the dark is magnified in the light. But on the contrary, if I am out there, again, going back to this Kobe thing, I remember hearing story after story of, I think it was Dwayne Wade was talking about, I don't know if it was the USA Olympics, but he had to meet with a physical therapist before, and it was going to be like a 2-hour session. So he said, okay, usually you come in early, come an additional 2 hours early. And he goes, oh, I'm going to be all alone in there, 6 a.m. Practice doesn't start, I think, till like 10. He goes, as soon as I pull up, there's one guy in the gym, and it's Kobe. It was always Kobe in the gym practicing again and again and again before the sun came up, before anybody went. And then once it was over, he was still there when everyone was leaving. Now, I'm not saying you've got to have the Mamba mentality. I know a lot of us wish, I wish I had that. Gosh, the guy was just so rooted in just that work ethic. But what I am saying is what gets practiced in the dark gets magnified in the light. If I am full of, let's say I'm full of anger. Behind closed doors, I'm putting things in my mind that are negative. I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm cussing, I'm doing all these things that aren't congruent with the life I'm working towards. Then what is gonna happen when I'm walking out and I've got my jug filled with anger and different things, and somebody bumps into me? Anger's gonna spill out. As I'm walking, anger's gonna fall out. And typically, I don't know if you've noticed this, I know this was a big aha for me. I tended to snap most at those I loved. It wasn't the strangers, I was actually kinder to other people. But when I was full of anger, when I was struggling, I would snap at family, I would snap at loved ones, the exact people that I didn't ever want to. And so as I started having to pull down the sheets all these years ago and really expose the truth to myself, I thought, wow, this is what I'm viewing, this is what I'm spending time doing. I wasn't reading back then. I wasn't surrounding myself with environment and community that continued to push. And so as I swapped out the bucket of frustration, of victimization, of anger for gratitude, love, peace, as I'm walking with this full bucket, I'm actually walking, spilling it all over. People are bumping into me. I'm like, here's some gratitude, here's some happiness. It's a little too much for some people. I'm okay with that. I know what it was like being suicidal and depressed. I know exactly what I got to do to go back there. I don't ever want to visit that. So I'm okay being way too much because I freaking love it. Anyways, I'm going to digress way too much. But really of thinking, what is it that I'm doing in the dark? Or maybe what is it I'm not doing in the dark that I probably should start doing and practicing again and again and again. So when that opportunity does come, I am ready. Just like I just got a picture of Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura. Put me in, coach, I know there's a lot riding on it. Anyways, so when the time comes, when the opportunity presents itself, I am there. I am ready because I have done the faithful work day after day after day in the dark. I've woken up early and done the self-work. I've woken up a lot earlier and read the Bible, read the big book, read the words of wisdom to change my life. So that's really today's lesson, is to look at and explicate and break down and go through what it is I'm doing in the dark to make sure that it's in alignment with what I want to be exposed to when it's light out. Enjoy.